Are you avoiding a direct face-off with Narendra Modi?
Is
there a fear of loss, Rahul? Because this election, frankly, is not looking very good for the Congress party from overall estimates. And the growing belief is that if Rahul Gandhi has not picked up the challenge officially, that means there is a fear of loss. He's avoiding a direct one-on-one battle with Mr. Narendra Modi. Rahul, you must answer that now.
To understand that question, you have to understand a little bit about what Rahul Gandhi is and what Rahul Gandhi's circumstances have been. And if you delve into that, you get an answer to the question of what Rahul Gandhi is scared of and what he's not scared of. So, the real question, right, is what I'm doing sitting here. You're a journalist. When you were small, you must have thought to yourself, I want to do something, right? You decided to become a journalist at some point. Why did you do that?
You're asking me the question.
I'm asking you the question. This is a conversation.
Because I like and enjoy being a journalist, and because it is a professional challenge for me. My question to you is, Rahul, are you avoiding a direct face-off with Narendra Modi?
I'm going to answer the question, but I just want to ask you: when you were young and you thought about being a journalist, what drove you?
Once I decided to become a journalist, I cannot be half a journalist. Once you've decided to get into politics and you are leading your party effectively, you can't be leading your party by half. So I throw the question, Rahul, with respect back at you. And my question to you is, Narendra Modi is challenging you on a daily basis.
So I'll answer. You're not answering the question I asked you, but I'll answer the question that will give you some insight into how Rahul Gandhi thinks. Okay, and for that, I'll have to expand a little bit about my growing up, how I grew up, the circumstances I grew up in. What I saw when I was a child was my father, who was a pilot, and because of circumstances, was thrown into the political system. And all I saw when I was small, after my grandmother died, was my father in constant combat with the system in India. And then I saw him die, actually. Right? In my life, I've seen my grandmother die. I've seen my father die. I've seen my grandmother go to jail. And I've actually been through a tremendous amount of pain as a child, when these things happen to you. There's absolutely what I had to be scared of, I lost. There's absolutely nothing I'm scared of. I have an aim. I have a clear aim in my mind. And the aim is that I do not like what I see in Indian politics. It's something that is inside my heart. It's like when, in our mythology, when they talk about Arjun, he only sees one thing. He doesn't see anything else. You ask me about Mr. Modi, you ask me about anything, I only see one thing. And the thing I see is that the system in this country needs to change. I don't see anything. I'm blind to everything else. Okay? I'm blind because I saw people I love be destroyed by this system. I'm blind because this system every day is unfair to our people. I asked you today, you come from Assam, and I'm sure that you also in your work feel the unfairness of this system. You're not going to answer my question, so we're not going to go there. But this system every day hurts people. Okay? And I felt the pain that the system can cause. I felt the pain with my father. I saw him every single day of his life. So the question of whether I'm afraid of losing an election, or whether I'm afraid of Mr. Modi, or whether I'm afraid of these things is, it's not. One second, it's not actually the point. What I want to do, I'm here basically for one thing. I see tremendous energy in this country. I see more energy in this country than I see in any other country. I see billions of youngsters. And I see that this energy is trapped. And this energy is trapped for a couple of things. And this energy is
Rahul, can I draw you back to my question?
Yeah.
I will go into those areas, and I respect what you're telling me about your personal journey. It's not, Rahul, as if I lack empathy for what you're saying. Yeah. In fact, I'm sure many people do. But my question to you is, Narendra Modi calls you a Shehzada. Now let's be very specific, Rahul. Narendra Modi calls you a Shehzada. What is your view of Narendra Modi? A. B. Are you afraid of losing to Narendra Modi? Rahul, please answer my question as specifically as you can.
What Rahul Gandhi wants to do is Rahul Gandhi and millions of youngsters in this country want to change the way the system in this country works. What Rahul Gandhi wants to do is empower the women in this country, wants to unleash the power of these women. I mean, we talk about being a superpower.
You're avoiding my question.
I'm not avoiding your question.
My question to you is, what is the Congress Vice President's view of the BJP's Prime Ministerial candidate?
I think we'll defeat the BJP in the next election.
And what is your view of the BJP's Prime Ministerial candidate?
The BJP has a Prime Ministerial candidate. The BJP believes in concentration of power in the hands of one person. I fundamentally disagree with that. I believe in democracy. I believe in opening up the system. I believe in the RTI. I believe in giving power to our people. We have fundamentally different philosophies.